all about children, and he spent much of his time after the war helping things for children. One of them was chairing the committee that planned the present Children's Hospital in Vancouver, and also being very active on the Variety Heart Telethon. I forget the exact name, but he was very active in that. And the 5th Armored Division was an incredible unit. They'd come to Italy in the late fall of 1943. One of their biggest battles and victories was the smashing of the Gothic line on the Adriatic, just south of Rimini. It was expected that it might take up to 2 months to break through the most heavily defended line in Italy, or what was supposed to be. But through the ingenious work of the people involved there and Hofmeister's command, they broke it surprisingly in 48 hours, which is considered Canada's greatest contribution of World War II by a millennial poll of military historians. I was privileged to know General Hofmeister quite well in the last 5 years of his life, and I had just finished a master's degree on leadership from the front, servant leadership, those people who lead by example. And of course, Bert Hofmeister was the epitome of that. He would say to his men, "I have confidence in you. You have confidence in me. I have confidence in you." And they performed very well for him. Another of his former soldiers, a Seaforth, a dispatch rider, said that Bert Hofmeister was one of the finest and bravest men he ever knew. He had no fear, and his concern was for the men. Another veteran of the 5th Armored Division, a telephone operator, told me that the first thing he said, he'd phone him every morning, and the first thing he said is, "How are the men?" Another friend emailed me, he wasn't able to attend today, Gordon Bannerman, who had a lot to do with me connecting with Ben Zonenberg, who has chaired putting this together today. And it was the 17th Field Regiment and the Irish Regiment that took the brunt of the attack. The Germans were retreating from the Isle River. After the 1st Canadian Division crossed the Isle River and took Apeldoorn, the Germans' forces in that area, and there were about 10,000 of them, were in full retreat, and they overran or ran into the 5th Division headquarters, and that's why General Hofmeister was fighting them in his pajamas. But this is what Gordon Bannerman writes: "The respect and sincere caring and saving of lives to all that served with General Hofmeister is something that history should never forget." Now, I know we have a lot of Canadians here today, and I know that today General Hofmeister is unknown. He's unknown in his own land by so many people. He was the biggest victory that the 5th Armored Division had in the Netherlands, other than at Otterlo, was in the capture of the port of Delfzijl, opposite Emden, Germany. They pretty well captured it intact. He asked for volunteers. It was the closing day of the war, and all those that had the opportunity volunteered. Because they captured it intact, he was presented by the Dutch underground with the car of Nazi dictator Seyss Inquart. But he was soon seconded to command Canada's 6th Division, the Pacific Division, with the realization that the war against Japan may continue for some time, had it not been for the atomic bomb. So he had to leave it here. Anyway, they were a great fighting unit. I've met many men from the 5th Armored Division, not to take away all the other contributions of other soldiers and Canadian soldiers in the Netherlands, because it truly is a wonderful thing for us to today not only to celebrate this commemoration, but to celebrate freedom and also we have the blessing of a good day. Now, there are a few people I want to thank for all the work that they've done on this. I've already mentioned Ben. If you'll forgive my bag-like attire, I'll ask for these people to come forward. We have a little plaque for them. The first one is to Fred Brule. Fred? This is in gratitude for all the work you did in helping to organize the ceremony today. And we appreciate it very much. Now I have some other things for you too. Do you like ties? There's a tie. And Fred, were you alive when the war was on? Or were you born after the war? Is any of your relatives alive from the war?
Yes, my brother.
Okay. Have they had a bath since the war? Because when the Canadians came through here, they gave them soap and chocolate. I don't suppose you've had chocolate since that day either, have you? No, okay. But anyway, if you're anybody's alive here, they can finally have another bath, okay? And there'll be other things that in here. And also, would you take this? It's a DVD on the Canada and the liberation of the Netherlands. Thank you very much. Now if I could have Kees Vandernap, the Lord Mayor of Otterlo, come forward. Nice of you to come today. Is there anything you want to say?
Okay, dear veterans, welcome here in the most beautiful city, most beautiful town of the Netherlands. Yes, it is true. I'm very proud that you are here, because what you have done 65 years ago was for the Netherlands very important. You gave us back the freedom, and we are very proud that you are here, and we are very thankful that you are here. And I hope you have a good journey here. Thank you.
Now, we'd like to present this plaque of gratitude and friendship to you.
Okay.
And now that the sun's out, you can wear this, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Oh, you must not forget your Canada tie.
Oh. It's very beautiful, isn't it?
Just be careful to remove the $1.50 price tag. Okay. Now would Jan Morin please come forward? Jan Morin. He did a lot of the work on the plaque. Is he here today?
Jan komt erop, ja.
The Dutch people contributed most of the time, labor, materials for this plaque. So thank you very much, Jan. We really appreciate it. You have done a tremendous job. And that's for you. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Just one. Just one. Okay, now Ben Zonenberg. Do you have children? There, you get this lights up in the dark. Okay, and for the other one, here's a hat. Okay. Oh, I gotta take off. Let's see that one. Oh yeah, I better take that one off. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ben. Ben, of course, spearheaded this. As I said earlier, Gordy Bannerman of the 17th Field put me in contact with Ben a few years ago, and we finally have met up. He just took the ball and ran, and what a tremendous job he's done, and we can see here the results of this. So thank you, Ben. You've done a wonderful job. Ben has done a scale model of part of the liberation of Apeldoorn that is in the museum there, and it was recently on television in the newspaper. That's his hobby, and he's done a wonderful job of that. And Ben, this is a little token of our appreciation. And I think the last time when the Canadians came...
You're not asking my family.
No, oh, okay, there's another side to that, eh? Did they not give you chocolate, Ben? Or you may not have been alive.
When you guys came in, it was 1 year old.
Okay. Well, now we're going to give you gold chocolate. Yeah.
Catching up, eh?
And also, if you ever come to Canada, here's some money. It's in $100 amounts. But we know that you Dutch are big spenders, so there you go. And also, I'll leave you with all the rest of these toys that I brought over for you. You can go through it. This is for you. This is for you. Also, you get a nice tie too, and if you want a fluorescent flag, you can share them around. There's something. Does it rain in the Netherlands, Ben?
Every day.
Okay. Well, I don't want to see you.
Today.
I don't want to see you during the Liberation Days without this fine umbrella hat that you can wear. Thank you very much.